Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of Javier in the Air. Today we have a very special podcast, has to do with our stout tasting panel. The great panel which included Jesse Cruz, Candice Coleman, Robert Ayala, and myself. We were going to have others, but unfortunately they couldn't make it that night. So without further ado, I'm going to take you over to the stout panel. I have to let everyone know that this is just stout tasting today. It's very exciting if you like beers, you like to see the types of different stouts that we have. Plus, we had a great time doing it. It was fantastic. I think you're going to enjoy it. So please sit back and relax and grab yourself a stout. And here we go. Let's send it over to tasting panel Hav. Hey, thanks, podcast Hav. So here we are again, second time in the year, and hopefully we'll do more next year. This time we are here to do the stout tasting panel. I brought back our beer assures. There's Candice Coleman, and then there's Jesse Cruz, and everybody knows my brother Robert here. And unfortunately, we don't have James Pavlovsky with us because he wasn't feeling well. Get better, James. So before we start into our stouts, which all of them sound awesome, by the way, I just read an article about how the top 50 cities for drinking beer. Now, there's only one in Texas, and Austin, and that was Austin, and it was ranked 31st out of 50. So, Candice, where are you right now?
Well, I'm in Fort Mill, South Carolina.
No, it's not even, no.
No.
No, not even, I don't think there's anything in South Carolina even there.
But my hometown is Colorado, so I'm almost positive Colorado is on there. I know Fort
there's a good ton of Colorado. Denver is 6th. Fort Collins is 12th.
Yep.
Colorado Springs is 24th.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Where I'm raised, that's why I love my beer.
Boulder is 38th, and Loveland is 45th.
Whoop whoop! That's my hometown, Loveland, Colorado.
That's nice. Number one. Number one was Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
I've been there, but I don't know.
Huh. Interesting.
Wow.
So, I don't know if that. Well, Candice is obviously excited because there was like 7 for Colorado, only 1 for Texas. I'm appalled and I'm offended at all Texas drinkers that somehow we only made 31st and it was only Austin.
Well, if we can get past Lone Star,
I think go off on that diatribe. So let's turn it over to Candice. Candice, give us your first beer, and I'm gonna get some for Rob and I. Go ahead.
Okay. So I do want to shout out. So this is, it says Real Women Drink Stout. I actually got this at one of the breweries in Fort Collins, Colorado. So if you guys ever want to check out them, they're amazing. And like I said, I love this shirt. So anyway, I'm going to start out with my Dew Claw Brewing Company. So this is actually out of Maryland. And when we used to live in Delaware, we used to come up and drink their beer because they have a Sweet Baby Jesus porter. That's a peanut butter porter. Yeah, and so this is called the Pastryarchy, which I loved instead of the Patriarchy, the Pastryarchy. And it's a candy cane Imperial Stout, and it is 8.5 alcohol by volume. So I love it. I love it. Like, you can definitely like taste the candy cane. It's not too intense, and then you take it out with it. I'm as you can tell, I was already drinking this. Like, I had to jump into it, but nothing by Dew Claw has ever upset me. They're amazing. So if you ever want really good darks, porters, stouts, I always recommend Dew Claw.
Okay, excellent. So we can start getting the range of what everybody thinks. 1 to 10. How do you feel about that one?
8, like an 8.5.
8.5. Nice. Okay. Excellent. So Jesse doesn't have a candy cane one. However, we do. So we're going to go to us here, and then we're going to go to Jesse because Jesse has another one. So this is Grandma Van's Candy Cane Stout from Epic Brewing. So we're starting out slow. It's only a 6.0. So I have to stand up because I have the camera far away. So there's the, it's a cool little can. Shows a little nurse or something. I don't know what you're doing there. coffee stout brewed with peppermint. So it really is peppermint one. So let's see. Rob, why don't you talk about it while I have some?
It's I don't know. It's kind of muted. Like I don't really taste peppermint, and I don't really taste maybe a little coffee, but it's just kind of gonna taste like a porter because I don't like porters because I think porters usually taste like a mellowed out stout, and so that's what it tastes like. It tastes like I don't know. It just doesn't have a ton of flavor. On the back end, like it's like an aftertaste. I get a little mint on my tongue, but otherwise,
yeah,
no.
Yeah, it's like what it tastes to me is almost like you brush your teeth and then you have food too quickly after you brush your teeth, and you're kind of like, what is that? Why do I taste mint when I'm eating eggs? You know what I mean? It's that kind of aftertaste. And you're right, it's very muted. There's not a lot of in fact, there's almost no mint to it except on the back end.
Yeah.
And I can taste a little stout, but it's almost like something's ruining it, and it's probably the peppermint because it doesn't come through strong enough. So, Rob, 1 to 10, what do you give it?
I'll try not to be too mean like I was last time, but like maybe 4.
He was pretty mean last time. That's still pretty mean. I don't know what mean is to him, but I mean 4 is. I'm gonna finish it because I'm being nice and it's in the glass.
Yeah, I put a little bit.
We started, and by the way, everybody, we started getting meaner as the night went on. I rewatched that video the other day, and we were all like, "Hey, 7s or 6," and then we were just like, "This is crap. It's garbage," and we just kind of tossed it. So this one, great can. I'm gonna be nicer and less mean than Rob. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Ooh.
Just make sure you drink orange juice after drinking that, because if it's like toothpaste, that must be even more disgusting. So
yeah, it really.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but that's what it tastes like to me. So, all right, Jesse's gonna lead us with Sunday with peanut butter, isn't it? Or what are you gonna go with?
Yeah, I'll start with that one. So I found this one walking through the HEB. They have a puppy chow stout. If anyone knows what puppy chow is.
Oh, I love puppy chow.
Yeah, it's powdered sugar, chocolate, peanut butter, and Chex Mix. It's a delicious snack. So I'm a little worried about what they're going to do with the stout.
Yeah.
8% alcohol.
Snack called puppy chow?
Yes, the snack is just what I described, and that's amazing. I can eat that all day. Like I said, that's a sure way to get diabetes.
Well, yeah, I thought, and when he asked me, I totally forgot thinking about it was candy. I mean, or a treat.
Yep.
And I was thinking old school Purina dog chow used to have a puppy chow.
Yes, it's a dog food flavored beer. So all the dog food lovers.
Well, I mean, hey, they may give it more thumbs up. You never know. So
it could. If you've ever seen the Best Made Pickle beer. Yeah, that's made by Martin House. Yeah. Martin House is who makes this. It's Martin House Brewing Company from Fort Worth, Texas.
Fort Worth, yeah.
So I did a little video on the best made pickle beer, and I made a horrible face. I ended up finishing the beer, and at the end, it wasn't so bad. But I don't know if that was because it was drinking beer or if I got used to the flavor.
Probably because you were drinking beer. All right. Let her rip.
All right, so let's give this a shot.
Can you show us the label again?
Sure. Puppy chow.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And then if you see, it has the actual.
Oh yeah,
the actual mix.
All right.
Yeah.
That makes more sense now, I guess. Yeah, I was gonna say don't pour yourself too much, especially if it's.
Yeah. That just tastes like a stout. I don't really taste any of the chocolate or peanut butter.
You know, this reminds me of our last panel when James was talking about and Rob was talking about how these breweries are getting certain types of stout out because they're becoming well known and favorites of people. They don't know how they're gonna do it. They don't know how they're gonna mix it. So chances are this puppy chow will come out next season or next year even, and they'll start tweaking the formula because.
Yeah, I can definitely taste the chocolate. I can't really taste anything else, though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in that regard, it's not bad. But if they were going for the exact flavor they described, I didn't
maybe they want you to pour it over Chex Mix.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe just like a bowl of cereal with it, you know?
Eat it up, man.
This and a puppy chow to complete the experience. But
yeah,
not bad. I'd give it a 6.
6?
Yeah, a 6. Because it wasn't what they were going for, I'm guessing, but it's not horrible.
All right. Good deal. Good deal. So, all right. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna let Rob take over for a minute. I need to give some stuff to my sister here, and he's gonna tell you about this beer that we both really enjoy.
Yes, this is from Great Divide, which I think Candice said you love Great Divide.
Yeah.
This is Yeti. It's called Yeti, like the Sasquatch. And
Hi, Jesse.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
When's the baby coming?
420 next year.
Woo!
Yeah.
Exciting. Oh my
Yeah, for real.
gosh. Okay, I love you.
Love you too. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
So Yeti makes a bunch of different versions as well, just like all the stout makers do, like Lakewood. And this is their peanut butter Yeti, which I actually have not had. I've had a lot of their other. Oh God, it's like Grand Central Station in here. I know his phone's going up.
Makes for an excellent podcast.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's not around.
See what you
Actually,
think
it's
of
got
it.
a really nice head on it with just a little
Mhm.
tiny pour.
Oh,
And you can definitely smell the peanut butter for sure.
so
Nice.
I'm not around, so I don't even get a pour. That's
I didn't want it to go warm in your glass while you were out.
Oh,
doing stuff.
whatever.
But you can definitely smell the peanut butter, which is nice.
Okay, so did he show you the can? You showed him
Yes.
the can. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, you can definitely smell the peanut butter on there before I even taste
You
it.
can taste the peanut butter too. This is good.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I've had several peanut butter stouts before. There's one, what was the name of that? I brought some back from
Oh my
Tennessee
God.
one time.
This is fantastic.
I went to a brewery in Tennessee, and what the hell was it called? I don't remember.
Was it peanut butter brewery?
But it was a peanut butter, a double peanut butter stout.
Oh, so this is
It's
Great Divide Brewing Company.
Yeah. And in fact, Great Divide was at the Boutique, our local favorite brew shop, tasting beers just recently.
Yeah.
They didn't have anything this good. They had some okay ones, but this one is really good.
Yep,
Nice.
he's getting meaner, folks. He's getting meaner. So definitely. I'm sure, Candice, you've had this before, right?
I have. It's amazing.
Oh, nice.
Except for I will say my favorite peanut butter porter or stout I've ever had was in Richmond, Virginia. And it was called Mother's Choosy Peanut Butter Beer. And it was amazing. It was like tasted like eating like a spoon of creamy Jif and then having the backwash of like a porter and a stout. It
Nice.
was that's the best.
You know, sometimes I wonder how they actually think about putting these flavors in, and maybe somebody used to do that. Like they were just like, man, I just love the taste, and then like, hey, let's make a beer.
Okay,
I
it
mean-
was a Tailgate Brewery was the name of it. And I actually bought a 6-pack and brought it on the plane back with me because I liked it so much and I wanted people to taste it. But you can't find it. They don't ship it outside of Tennessee. But it's Tailgate Brewery.
Peanut butter milk stout.
Yeah, theirs is the peanut butter milk.
Nice.
So,
Okay, so 1 to 10. What do you give this one?
Double check first. Hold on.
Can we just end it right now and just keep drinking this? I mean,
Sure.
I'm going to give it a 9 just to leave room for in
Oh.
case there's one that's
Oh.
way
wow,
better.
Wow.
This is
Wow.
good. This is-
It's got a good beat and you can dance to it. That's what he's saying. So that's what he's saying with the night. So we're gonna stick that to the side for now.
go put it in the fridge so it doesn't get hot.
I'm gonna go put it in the fridge and bring back
Because
another
we're gonna drink it
beer.
later.
So let's see. We just wait. Candice, you have. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna give it a 9. Also, that's.
Oh, there you go.
It really, you can really dance.
And
to
we
it.
have a lot of beers.
And we
left
have
to
a lot
taste.
of beers here. So all right. So Candice, why don't you get a next one for us and let us know what you got?
So this is another Duclaw because I told you guys I love
Yeah.
Duclaw and stock that in South Carolina they even sell this since this is an East Coast brewery. But so this is for Pete's sake, and it is a Imperial chocolate peanut butter porter. I thought it was a stout. That's okay, whatever. So
It's all good.
the sweet, yeah, the Sweet Baby Jesus is one of my favorite of the peanut butter. Like I said, not as good as Choosy Mom, but it's still up there. It's up there with Great Divide and stuff
Yep.
like that. So I did the pour. You can tell there's not as much head with that. I
Yep.
should have done the other one, but yep. Once again, that creaminess, it's really good. It's that creamy peanut butter. It's not overwhelming.
Yeah.
And then it goes porter. So I'm with you. Like, it's not like the bite of a stout,
Yeah.
but this is definitely something like if you have somebody at like a party that's like, I'm not a big beer drinker, I don't like tasting the hops and that kind of stuff.
Right.
This would be that you would suggest to them.
Nice.
That's like when you give a wine drinker Merlot, right? Someone who doesn't
Mhm.
I don't really like wine.
Here,
If
here's
they don't
a
like
Merlot.
red wine, have a
Here's
Merlot.
Here,
So-
there you go.
I know. I was gonna say what movie it is, but where he goes fuck Merlot. What was that
Yeah,
one?
yeah, sideways.
Sideways.
Yeah.
Yes,
But-
that is good.
Yeah, I give it 7.
7?
It's good.
Okay. All right. Good deal. That's a 7. All right, Jesse, what do you got next?
So I have the Temptress salted caramel.
I'm gonna go ahead and find
Now,
out.
hey, Candice, this is the only one that you didn't get in that sampler. So, not, I mean, I'm sure they have other ones too, but the sampler you got, it's the same brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. Me and my mom loved it. So continue.
No, yeah, it's 9.1% ABV. Where's that of? Garland, Texas, Lakewood
Yeah,
Brewing
that's Dallas
Company.
area.
Yeah, so let's find out.
You don't like that?
Let's just have ours. I don't have it. We have other ones.
Yeah, that's right on the money. Oh,
Yeah, no, these.
that's good. It's on the back end that you get the salted caramel taste.
No.
Ooh.
The taste is just like the regular of a stout, kind of not a punch isn't the right word, but kind of like an inviting type of like flavor. Like I know.
Oh, nice. Inviting.
Yeah, but it's good. I'm gonna give it an 8. It's really strong. I like this one.
Nice.
Strong as a
I
contender.
think we're all being. I think it's a festive cheer of the year. This time of the year, we're being really nice.
I think that the pumpkin experience was so bad that we're like, oh,
Maybe that, yeah.
yeah.
You know, I did find a pumpkin stout, and I was just like, no, I'm not gonna bring that one.
Don't do it, man.
No.
Don't do
There were a few
it.
others that came out, were announced that they were in the store.
Yep,
They just
yep.
got to the store several weeks afterwards.
Yep, our friend Scott told me that too, and I was like, too late. No more
We've
pumpkin.
already moved on from that.
Halloween was already over.
Yeah,
basically,
exactly.
so-
Okay, so let's see, Jesse. So we're gonna go. Which one you want?
Let's do the marzipan.
Okay, so now this is a very interesting beer, not only because of what it is, but also because Scott out at the Boutique was telling me about it. This is called Devout Imperial Golden Stout Marzipan.
Ooh.
It says it's golden, and we'll pour it in a second. It says it's golden, and I think you can see the marzipan there at the bottom. Yeah, and so he says it pours golden, but it tastes like a stout. So we're gonna take him at his word for now. This is 8.3 ABV. This is brewed by the Three Nations Brewing Company out of Farmers Branch, Texas. So another
Three Nations, yeah. Another Dallas area.
Dallas area.
So see,
one.
Dallas should have made the list.
Dallas
as
should have
well,
made the
because
list
I
too.
spent a
but
lot of time in Dallas, and there are a shit ton of breweries.
there are
there
a
as
shit
well.
ton of breweries.
And just as many as there are here in Austin, actually.
Oh,
If not more. It's a bigger area. So.
Look at
Yep.
that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Pretty surprising.
That is very surprising.
I've been drinking a lot of those, porters and stouts that are the lighter colored gold, but a lot of them are really coffee flavored. So I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say about this.
Well, you can definitely smell the marzipan. That's for sure. It doesn't come on strong, but it's aromatic for sure.
It's tasty. It's not overly sweet, like I thought it was going to be.
No, I'm surprised at it too. I thought it was going to be, because it was marzipan, I thought it was going to be over the top,
Really nasty.
but it's not. And you know what? And it tastes like a stout.
Yep.
It's golden, but it tastes like a stout. So, Jesse, you should be able to find this around you probably at
I'm
a,
sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to write that one down.
Candice, maybe. I mean, I don't know where their distribution is. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like not a lot in Texas. And like I said, even in
No.
Colorado, like my mom has to usually send me beer from like Loveland and Fort Collins because I still don't get a lot of that either. So
yeah. Well, I mean, you're not even in the top 50 where you are. So I mean,
There's some crazy liquor laws. I've been doing, so for work, I put on events, and I've been doing a lot of like virtual tastings, and we've done beer and cheese and whiskey and so forth. The liquor laws in every state are insane. So like I have this beautiful event planned with people all over the US, and I can't ship to half the states. Like depending on where the vendor I'm using, what state they're in, can only ship to certain states. So I end up having to like Frankenstein, things together, work with Total Wine and with Bevmo to like ship things locally because I can't, send the real thing. It's terrible.
I'm just gonna say 4 words to you. If you ever really need beer in the right place, brother, Smokey and the Bandit. I will get into a souped up Trans Am and take a couple of suitcases of whatever beer you want, and I will drive you there on the weekend, whatever you need. Just to be in a shitty Trans Am again. That would be awesome. All right.
Yeah,
if
you're getting Smokey and the Bandit, dude, you got to run with that Toyota.
Yeah. And then I'll just be calling him going, this is the snowman. And he's like, get off the damn phone. And I'm like, snowman.
Did you hang up already?
Yeah, he would. So
I'm going to give it a 7.
Okay.
I am going to give this one an 8. I think it's still not as good as Yeti, but it is right below it. It's good. It's good on the tongue. It's good on the palate. It's aromatic. It's all good. 7.
Yeah, and because it's unique, right? So that's
and unique too. So thanks to Scott, because there's no way I would have thought that would taste like a stout with it pouring golden as it did, and it did, and it's really good. Okay, so Candice, you got any more left?
I do. I have my from Southern Range Brewing Company. So, like I said, I'm in Fort Mill now instead of the Charleston area, but I'm on the border of Charlotte, North Carolina. So I've been getting a lot of Charlotte, North Carolina breweries, and this is one of them. So Southern Range, it's called Let's Dance, Let's Stout French Toast.
Nice.
So I'm not gonna lie, that's why I picked this one, because anytime I hear about French toast or cinnamon buns or anything like that in a stout, I'm really judgy of it because they never live what I want them to be. But
no, and folks, by the way, I think Candice is pouring more heavy than the rest of us.
Those are some heavy pours going on there, Candice.
We're all trying to pace, and she's like,
I need to keep up. That's what I mean.
She was already drinking before
the thing started. Yeah.
Okay, so unlike, like I said, this Duclaw, like this is the Christmas beer of the century. I love this. I mean, you can smell it, everything. The other one's not so much. I can't smell anything with this.
We have Poker Man also.
I don't know what that wanted to be. It's like, so it literally like maple syrup. Yeah, it's maple syrup and then a hard stout. That's it.
Like very cut between the two.
It's really intense.
Stout.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
It doesn't taste like soggy bread or.
No, it tastes like a brewer just went, well, let's just pour some maple syrup in here. And then he was like, okay, and then we'll make our stout. And then we're just going to distribute it. Like, there's nothing French toast about it. If they would have called this like a maple syrup, I probably been more like into it. But I taste no powdered sugar. I don't taste the sweetness. It literally is. I mean, you can tell. I bet you any money they did an extract of maple syrup, because you can always tell the breweries when they just do those extracts and if they're heavy-handed on the extracts, because it's like hard hit flavor and then you taste the beer. And I don't like those. I like subtle notes, because then you know that they actually like did a better job or tried to actually make like real ingredients with it. So they tried. So I'll give them.
Oh, you're giving them a 5.
Wow.
Wow.
Drinkable. I mean, it's still drinkable, and it's still something like if somebody pulled it out at a party and they were like, here, I wouldn't slam them and tell them that they weren't good at it. They didn't know what they were talking about. But yeah, I mean, also I did buy 4 cases of it, so maybe that's why I'm giving it more, because I bought like $12.99. So
nice. Yeah.
Like it eventually.
It can get up there. It can get up there. So all right, a 5. All right, so who's next?
I got one since she went with maple. I have a KBS.
Do it.
Oh yeah,
do it. Yeah.
It's a maple Mackinac fudge. How do you say that? M-A-C-K.
I don't know. Let me see it.
I don't even know how you would say that.
Yeah,
like,
Mackinac.
Mackinac.
Oh, I would say it. Yeah.
All right, Imperial Stout with fudge, coffee, maple syrup, and chocolate, aged in oak bourbon barrels.
Nice. Wow,
11%.
that's a lot. That's a lot going on there.
Yeah, 11%. Let's see how it goes.
You gotta have that 11%.
Yeah, I think this is one of the highest ones I have.
Nice.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I think everything I got was like under. I think this one is the only one that's 12%. Everything else was 8, which is weird for.
That's what I thought. Well, let's see.
Oh well, I've been told to open this other one when we're ready.
No. I just didn't want you to forget that one.
All right. So what do you think, Jess?
So right away you smell the coffee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's really good. Really sweet, but still good. You taste the coffee on the beginning part and the chocolate fudge at the back end.
Ooh.
So I dig it.
Super.
I really dig that
like
one,
it,
and
but
it's pretty
just a little-
smooth. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give that one an 8.
And that's from Founders, you said? Founders.
Yeah, Founders.
Yeah, their Founders makes a, what do they call it? Breakfast stout. Founders breakfast.
Yes.
Is my
I
favorite.
saw that one there. Yeah.
That's my favorite one. It's a more traditional stout. It doesn't have like a ton of. It's some coffee, but not over the top. It's good.
Yeah. This one's
We are
sweeter,
keeping the
but still
festive
good.
cheer going, except for Candice's 5 and our 5. But other than that, it's we are staying festive.
Trying to be upbeat here.
That's right. Let's be positive. All right. So this one is from Tufts Brewery,
Also in the Dallas area.
also in the Dallas
We have
area.
a lot of
Again,
Dallas beers here.
Dallas got screwed. We're just saying Dallas got screwed. Austin 31st, Dallas got screwed. All right,
Of course,
so
Austin was in
this
there.
one is 12.1 ABV.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tufts does some really crazy cans.
I can't see it.
It's a man
that's
with
cool.
a big beard.
It's a man with a big beard.
Yeah.
And it's called Full Grown Man.
Full grown man. Now, we did their pumpkin one. We did full grown Jack during the pumpkin panel. And I think that was one of the few that we were like okay with.
Or did we do it outside of the panel?
Maybe we did it outside of the panel.
Because it wasn't a true pumpkin beer. It was flavored with pumpkin spices or something.
Oh, that's right.
Mm.
But they do a whole series. Their series of stouts, and they make incredible IPAs, by the way. Tufts double dry hopped IPAs. If you ever see them, Jesse, are awesome. If you like IPAs, but their stouts, they have Full Grown Man, they have Full Grown Nick, which is like Christmas spices. They have Full Grown Beast, which is like a 16%
Yeah.
stout. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's evil.
Yeah, so they make a handful also. So you'll find them around, Jesse, probably.
Yeah, I'll have to keep my eye out.
Again, Candice, we're just saying smoke and the bandit. That's probably the only way we can get it to you. 16%. Buford T. Just is going to be after us, that's for sure. Wow.
I think that the highest ABV I've ever drank of a stout was 18, and I believe that was Dogfish Head, and that was their stout from the actual tap room when we went for Christmas Eve.
Well, and I have to say, Dogfish Head, I'm sure their guys are going, what's the ultimate max level we can go before they start taxing us and saying it's a liquor?
Yeah.
Well,
and they're like, okay, let's see what we can do. And it's about 18, 19%. I think 20% on up, they consider that like a beer, like a liquor, not a beer.
Well, when you live in Delaware, like I lived in Delaware for like a year and a half, 2 years, that's why their alcohol or their beer is so high ABV, because it sucks living there.
Yeah.
I used to live not even 20 minutes from there. I know what you mean.
Yes.
I have no sales tax as well.
Yes.
My oldest sister lives close to close to the border of Pennsylvania and Delaware.
Yeah.
And because I've taken the train into Delaware, and then she picked me up and went back to Pennsylvania. All right, so what do you think?
So this one, if like Old Rasputin, this one's lines of that, but maybe a little bit more flavor. I think a little coffee, more so than Old Rasputin just being just a stout. This is really good. This is one of my favorites, traditional stouts, and I can't give it a 9. I'm going to give it an 8 because the Yeti was still incredible, but I'm going to give it an 8.
Wow,
nice.
It's one of my favorites.
That's
one of my
brutal.
go-to.
That is brutal. The evil has come out. Krampus in the house.
Oh, man,
Krampus.
it's not evil.
Krampus. I'm gonna have to give this one a 9 too. I'm gonna have to, go against here. And this is
I'm
fantastic.
saving. We still have Big Bad Baptist and Big Bad Peanut Butter Baptist.
Yes,
So
we
I'm
do.
saving room. I don't want them all to be 9s.
We have 3 more. We have 3 more. So, all right, Jesse, you have anything left?
Yeah, I can pull out one more.
Do it, man. Do it.
Here. So this one was just one that I saw at the liquor store.
Oh,
It was a giant
nice.
bottle. Real Ale Brewing Company,
Yep.
Commissar, Russian
Yeah,
Imperial Stout.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
That's a semi-Austin brewery. They're in Blanco, which is not that far.
Blanco, yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely
That is
right.
awesome.
And 9.8%.
I've been to that brewery too.
Yep, yep.
Let's find out.
Yeah, I think we should have a podcast on just the amount of breweries that someone has been to. Krampus. Krampus.
I might be the top person because I've been to a lot. I've
Probably
lived in
are, but I go out of my way to find breweries when I travel for work.
It's
Yeah.
like people like
Yeah.
find mom and pop restaurants and they like to do little reviews.
I do that too, but
Yeah, you could do a whole one on just that.
Yeah.
Actually, we could. We go to San Antonio, meet up in San Antonio, and go to some mom and pop places there. They're just fantastic. All right, what do you got, Jess?
Striking roastiness and hops command your attention. That's for sure.
It looks
Yeah, that's pretty
good.
good
I know
too.
I've tried it before.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'll probably go with an 8 as well.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
There's not a whole lot of
Now, when it
sweetness to
says
it,
the
but I'm all
hop
right with
command your
that.
attention, is it like hoppy, like an IPA kind of hoppy, almost?
No, not like that at all. It's definitely got the stout flavor with a little bit of hops
Okay.
towards the back end, but it's very much a stout.
Okay.
And, yeah,
Woo.
Nice. So that's 8 people. 8.
yeah, that's good.
I'm sorry, 8. I had 9.
And this
I
was
was trying to convince them. 8. All right, good. Let's see. Candice, you got anything left?
I do.
All right,
So-
let's see it.
I saved the last but not least.
Yeah.
Evil Twin Brewing Company has never done me wrong. I love their things. Okay, so I think it's On Moss Chili Jesus. Did I say it?
Jesus.
It's aún
Aún más chili Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. So
The little accent there makes it the aún.
I know. And then out of everything that I've been drinking, because I know I forgot to say some of the ABVs. So everything's been like 9% to like 7%. This is the only one that's 12%. So I'm excited. It's an Imperial Stout with chili peppers. Once again, I'm very picky about these kind of beers because I always feel like either they're way too intense or they're not. So
All right, let's see.
That can
And-
the chili beer can bite you.
Once
You
again,
can
another
Pun intended.
another heavy-handed pour, by the way. So just
my head, of course, yeah,
this is like a
because-
play-by-play now. We're doing a little heavy-handed pour from Candice. So here we go.
exactly. I was gonna say because that's why I don't believe in spit buckets. That's alcohol abuse. So even if I
Yeah.
don't here, I'll mix it together and make it so it works. So But-
Sorry, but the pumpkin beer couldn't do that. So
I don't know if you guys can see this. I feel like it's not coming up, but there's like a little bit of red.
I was just gonna say it's got a red tinge to it.
nice.
Mhm.
That either means it's really spicy or they added red number 40 to it.
Either way, I'm on board.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So is it
Evil
just
Twin is
chili or
living-
is it like coffee and chili or?
So it literally tastes like okay, if you probably like, you know, if you had like a coffee and you put like red pepper, chili, and then you let it soak in like a tea bag for maybe like 30 minutes, that's what it tastes. So I definitely
tried
taste
that, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would definitely try that.
how some of them, like if you get them, they come in a 6-pack and you can drink like 2 and then you're like, I can't anymore. Like it's just burning.
Yeah.
Really good one. So like if you're having like anything kind of spicy, barbecue, Mexican, Indian food, I would definitely pair it with this because I feel like it would bring the heat out with the meal.
Nice.
Really cool. Like if you just really want to like boast to your friends that you're like a beer connoisseur and you know like really fun beers without scaring them, this is definitely it. So I'm not gonna lie, I give this one a 9. This is
Yeah,
amazing.
we usually scare them because we talk about beers a lot, and you know I don't have anything in my house that's like mainstream except
I know
like
you-
the pumpkin stuff. Otherwise, I'm like, no, I'll have stuff like this, and I'll have the full grown this and that, and so people know. That's why they'll come over and they're like, hey, can I have a beer? And I'm like, because you buy Coors Light, don't you? That's why you buy that shit. And you
I
come over and have good beer at my house.
It's funny because my friends in Charleston, when I got to know them, they were all like Bud Light, Cooler Light people. And one of my friends was telling me with her husband, she's like, I'm so mad at you. And I'm like, why? And she's all, our bank account is drowning because you got and now he wants all these bougie beers. And I was like, sorry, like there's a better world out there than Coors Light.
I'll still drink those though every now and then.
Can't forget that
Oh,
one.
So I have to
PPR.
I have to
I love-
apologize to Candice and Jesse because Rob and I were like kids in a candy store, and for everyone's knowledge out there, I said let's keep it to like 2 stouts or 3 stouts each. Well, Rob got like 4, and I got like 4 because we were there and or I was there and Scott was like, well, how about this peanut butter one? And look at that marzipan one. And I was like, yes,
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
To it all.
yes. Just load it up. I don't care. Take my money. I don't need to pay tomorrow. I don't need to pay, bills. I'm okay. So
I was
oh yeah.
I actually have a few other beers in my refrigerator too. I don't have to like pour them and test them, but I can show you. There's sours and they're also an IPA.
Yeah.
That's really I can like show as well.
Yeah,
I
show them
got
at the end
different
because
flavors of the. I got a different KVS and a different Temptress. That's about as far as I got left.
yeah. So what we'll do is we'll start talking about what we're gonna do next time at the end here. And
Okay.
so Rob and I got our next one is Luigi.
Luigi
Chocolate Milk Stout. This is from Odell Brewery
in Colorado.
in Colorado.
Candice
I know it just ran out, but
so we cheated. We actually tried this one on Sunday.
yes,
I was looking for that one. That one looked very good. I don't know if it was a cow's mouth that was inviting me or
Yeah,
what, but it was delicious looking.
Oh, I love Odell. I actually grew up on Odell Brewing Company, so
Yes, your mom sounds like a hoot. You need to get her out here next time so she can drink with us.
actually I should get my mom's boyfriend on because he's an actual and so like for my birthday he made me a candy ass stout because I love stouts, and so he made me a chocolate raspberry coffee stout for my birthday and it was amazing. So like he's the one that I've been with them to do pour competitions. He's been an actual judge and those kind of things. So like if you want like a real like beer connoisseur, Jonathan would totally come on.
Well, speaking to Jonathan, he might put us to shame though. We're like just like it tastes good in the back, and he's gonna be like, this is one beer that has flavors and the aroma.
Yeah.
With the and we're gonna be like, what?
It doesn't taste like Coors Light, so it's good.
Well, it's not a Bud Light, but I mean, it's okay. I'll drink it. I'll get hammered on it.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Rob.
Okay, so this reminds me of so our grandmother, Jesse's great grandmother, she used to have a special kind of chocolate mix at her house. For the most part, it was Bosco.
Yes.
Bosco was a chocolate, and I don't even know if they make it anymore.
I don't know.
But it was like a liquidy syrup as opposed to a powder, and we loved it because that was the only place we'd ever have Bosco chocolate milk. You would put it in milk. This tastes like Bosco chocolate milk.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I now really have to get it.
It's good.
Yeah, our family at home was a Nestle Quick family,
Yeah.
but yes, Bosco was.
Grandma was Bosco.
She loved Bosco.
Yeah.
God, that is good.
Ovaltine family. The
Oh,
story.
yeah, we don't even.
I'm gonna look
What
it up.
Ovaltine, please?
Mm. So, what do you give it? 1 to 10.
No, you go first.
So, I like it. It's very smooth. It's smooth overall from beginning to end. There's no harshness to it. There's no overwhelmingness of the chocolate. I think it keeps everything together well. I'm gonna have to give this one a 9.1.
What?
I know.
Oh, man.
I didn't know we could do points.
Yeah, we could do points. I just came up with that. We can do points. There.
Okay.
All right. So now your turn.
All right, so they do still make Bosco, but it used to come in this really cool glass jar. It's not coming in anymore. It's in like a plastic squeeze bottle.
Plastic squeeze crap. All right. What do you got?
Lame. What did you give it?
I gave it a 9.1.
8.5.
Oh.
High praise.
8.5. So
So the Yeti's still better, huh?
Lineup's still coming.
we still have a lineup, and we still have like the big ones coming. So
Well, hold on. I want to ask Rob a question. After everything you just said, all that nostalgia, you still think the Yeti's better than that?
Good question.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm basing it not on nostalgia. I'm basing it
Okay. Fair enough.
My heart.
So
There
what's
you
gonna
go.
what's gonna happen is later on when we're not on camera, he's
And
gonna be
I'm
drinking it and
crying.
cry.
And he's crying, yeah.
Yeah.
Abuelita,
Abuelita. Yeah.
Exactly
And then I'm gonna
like
have to kick him out of the house because I'm like, I didn't know. Get out.
Let's not get into drunk stories because that could be another podcast episode.
That would be
So-
another
Yes.
podcast story, and you don't even want to know. I will top everybody here. I'm just saying. All right.
We could do our own drunk history. You know that, right?
We could be on drunk history. We could do that.
We could do a drunk. That would be fun.
Totally could. And I'm gonna mark that down. I'm gonna write that down. But Jesse, you have anything left?
Yeah, let me see here. Let's go with another KBS.
Yes.
A flavored stout is good for everything. A flavored stout ought to be good for. I don't know what that means.
It's good for what ails you.
There you go. Chocolate and coffee aged in oak bourbon barrels. Hold on, I gotta make space here.
Ooh, I definitely think I've drank that one before. That one's excellent. PBS has never done me wrong. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I love oak barrel stouts. Like that's why I try to stay away from them with this panel because I was like, I just keep giving them 9s and 10s. So
Hey, that's how it is. That's how it is.
Stout?
Yeah. Is it just oak barrels or is it whiskey barrels?
Just says oak. Oh, both of them oak bourbon barrels. Sorry.
Bourbon barrel. Bourbon. Okay.
oh, barrel. Okay.
So
Right.
I have a love-hate relationship with the bourbon barrel age because sometimes it's just like over the top bourbon, and I don't really get that as much. Yeah, I'm not as big a fan of a lot of them, but
I love my bourbon and whiskey, but I'm also super Irish, so it's in my blood.
Well, I know you couldn't tell, but we are actually part Irish as well. Our
Ooh.
father is a 6 or an 8.
we're like a 16th.
He's like an
it
8.
doesn't even count. It's like
He's an 8. The only way you can tell is that he goes red when he gets sunburned. He doesn't tan.
Bob loves to
He
tell
burns.
everybody that. Like, yeah, right. 1/16.
1/16. Top of the morning to you. That's what I'm saying.
Saying, what's her name?
Ah,
So this
Warren.
KBS stout
She's
was
like 1/16 Native American. So
Hey,
is she Native American?
if they acknowledge her into the tribe, then yes, I would gotta go by that.
All
and then you got to open a casino.
Sorry, Jesse, go ahead.
This KBS flavored stout, very heavy on the chocolate actually.
Okay.
I don't know if it's because you just talked about the whiskey in the barrel, or I don't know because it just tastes the caramel salted one. But it's good. I'm gonna give it a 7 though, not as high as this fudge one. Still good.
Wow. So you don't want to give it any extra decimal points? Just 7 straight up?
No, I'm gonna go straight with it.
Okay. That works. Let's see. We're gonna move this one.
Oh yeah, so we got to open another one.
Now we're gonna go with one that we did you pick this for today?
Of course.
Okay. So this is AleSmith Brewing Company. This is out of
California.
San Diego, California.
Yep.
This is actually
Mhm.
12.0 ABV, and it's called a Speedway Stout. It's an Imperial Stout with coffee. So
Now, I want you to know that this can alone, when I bought it as a single, was like $8 to $12 in there. So
What?
just
Like-
for the can,
it's like somewhere like $11.99 or
it's
something
like
like
it's
that.
like $22.
wow.
Yeah.
They're proud of their beer at AleSmith. Just saying.
AleSmith
Imperial
Speedway
Stout.
Stout.
Yeah, Speedway.
Where's it out of?
San Diego.
San Diego.
San Diego.
I did a review on this
Was
too.
San Diego on that list?
Um,
Because San Diego's a massive beer.
oh, let's
place as
look.
well.
I still have the list up.
Oh my God! Nowhere in California, San Francisco before San Diego.
San Marcos, California. What the hell is that?
Yeah. So it's usually because it's based off of the water
Oh,
purity.
San Francisco.
Why like California usually doesn't have the best breweries because of the water and the way that the beer tastes. So like
All
same
right,
with
I'm just calling like shenanigans on that because that's
Yeah, because I'm like San Diego is like Stone
yeah.
and is like AleSmith and is a handful of other ones. Sorry, it's a big
I
beer.
just good.
great, but like those are also like so if you think about it as like a microbrewery versus like even like Coors, that's like, oh well, we have it from our water and stuff. That's why like if you can make like a really good beer and distribute it, that's why those are usually go in.
Agreed.
No, I'm gonna leave a serious comment on there, and you know that they're just gonna listen to me and be like, You have a good point, Javier. We're gonna put San Diego back there on there. That's what it is. Because I'm an influencer.
Wow.
Sorry,
Good
that was,
influence.
In my mind.
I
So
paid a lot for that beer. I'm gonna drink it.
he's gonna kill that beer off. By the way, we got like quite a few beers we're gonna be killing off after the recording is over. Okay, so Imperial Stout with coffee. Go ahead.
Hang on, I just killed off some of the other one, so I gotta get the flavor out.
He had to backwash, and so now he's gotta get that babas out of your mouth. I think he's praying, people. I think he's praying.
No, I'm thinking it's not as much coffee as other ones I've had. It's a little more of like a straight stout to me, even though it says
I
with
do.
coffee.
I do. I think so also.
I don't get as much coffee out of it.
No. I wonder if you can now. Here's dating myself. Back in the day, some friends of mine, I'm gonna call them out, Chuck, and some other people in San Marcos. We were really broke, and all we had was self-rising flour and beer. So, what you can make with self-rising flour, butter, and beer is you can make beer bread.
Yeah.
And beer bread over the course of like a weekend cured me of ever eating beer bread again. We probably had 30 to 40 loaves of beer bread between like 6 of us.
Oh, wow.
Over the entire weekend. And we were like, let's try Guinness. Let's try Coors Light. Let's try Bud Light. And we tried everything we could. And we really, all we had was the bread. I mean, we didn't have any protein. We didn't have anything other than beer and the bread. And I think this stout would be really good to make a dark beer bread with. I might even have to do a baking on that, but it's really good. So, Rob, what do you think? 1 to 10?
You know, for what I paid for it, I'm gonna give it like a 7.5.
Oh, Krampus is back in the house, people.
No, that's fair though. When they charge that much, that thing better be top notch.
But a lot of the other ones were better and not price, right? So for the money, 7.5.
Well, I am going to buck him again and be anti-Krampus. I'm gonna go 8.2.
I mean, I guess I'm on the side of, I just have never had a California brewery that blew my mind. And I mean, and that's going to be anybody like, I'm sorry, California people, because they'll be like, you're from Colorado. That's why you're saying that. But it's like, I don't know. I think the flavors aren't there. Like, it's just, their wine's finer. Like
pretty much every city in Colorado was on that damn list. So I don't know. I mean, what was left other than mom and pop Townville?
Yeah. When I was stationed in Colorado, that's when I had like started going to breweries and stuff.
Yeah.
Breckenridge is where I started, and that was amazing when I was there.
Yeah.
I hit Denver, and then I was stationed in Colorado Springs, and it was outstanding. So for
Colorado, down there too.
Makes absolute sense.
A lot of those breweries.
Yeah, because we're from Loveland, Colorado. That's on the list.
On the list,
yeah, it was nothing. Like that town was like a farmer's town. Like you just retired, died there, and everybody hated it. And then all of a sudden, Fort Collins started trickling with their breweries, and then we grabbed onto it.
Yep.
And then now we're like, I mean, my mom literally can walk like a block and go to one of Grimm Brothers brewing companies, and they're all excellent. So,
I'm jealous.
I did want to suggest, like, I don't know if anybody like has heard of this, and I guess that's a thing that Jonathan has taught me, my mom's boyfriend. But I'm a big like mixing beers together. So remember how I did not like this at all. So actually, when I put it with the Pete's Sake peanut butter, it's amazing because I did half a pour of the maple, and then I do half a pour of the peanut butter. And so what it does is that dilutes it out. So then
by the way,
that's
not half.
She can drink some beer there.
This isn't that's not really a half pour. I'm just
I know. It's a.
She's like, you take like a whole can and you mix it with a whole can and you get a whole can. That's what we're seeing. No.
It's the Candice pour.
That was good.
Nice, very nicely done.
Again, I think Jesse, we're gonna have to make some shirts on that. And this kind of night, and just can and capital. I could do it on Zazzle. I've sold stuff on Zazzle.
Can-do attitude. I like it.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So we just did the stout. Anybody have any more stouts left before? I know we're probably gonna hit our time limit here. But any more stouts that you have, not the sours, but any more stouts that you have left?
Yeah, no, not sour.
I know you got the sours. We'll look at those here at the end.
No, I've got the original Temptress. That's what I have left. I did just take Candice's advice though, and I mixed these two together.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah, the Mackinac and
Yeah,
and the
and that turned out to be really good. I don't know why I can now taste peanut butter, but I can. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's amazing because like when I go to breweries, I'll talk to them and I'll be like, if I look on the
Really
menu,
good.
I'll be like, oh, for like a quarter of this, half of this, or a quarter of this, and they're
Yeah.
always like, really? And I'm like, yeah, I promise it's gonna taste really cool.
That?
Yeah, do it. And then usually it's funny because they'll do the straw, like the tenders will do the straw and they'll taste, and they're like, I never thought about that. And I'm like, yeah, that's a Jonathan little life hack. If it doesn't taste good, you just mix it like a cocktail. You can make beer cocktail what you want it to taste like. So
Yeah.
I'm now gonna
See
mix
that bounce?
Coors, Miller, and Bud Light and see what kind of concoction I can get out of that.
and garlic, a little bit of PBR.
Just a
that
bit of
bounce that
people
we were
at the
doing.
hot top end.
See how it shakes the entire floor.
That's Big Bad Baptist.
That is Big Bad Baptist right here. So we're gonna do the first one. We're gonna do Big Bad Baptist Imperial Stout, and unfortunately, there's just two of us, so we're gonna have to drink this old soldier. I mean, sadly, we're gonna have to drink it.
Sadly, yeah, I feel your pain. While you're doing that and pouring it, I'm gonna do this one as well.
There you go.
Yes.
I think we'll be crying again thinking about our grandmother as we're drinking this. Which, by the way, she was not the drinker.
No.
Our grandmother on my father's side was a drinker. She liked her 40 ounce of Pearl.
Yeah.
That's right. Jesse knows.
I did have some Pearl recently. That stuff's good.
It is, yeah. It is now. I don't know if it was good back then. I never tasted it, but Pearl
we did
Brewery.
in college. We had some Pearl.
Well, that's true. Yeah, but I mean that was quite a few years ago. So I mean, we don't want to talk about it.
What does it say? The flavor is supposed to be on this?
So this is Big Bad Baptist. This is their
Aren't they all Colorado
exponential
also?
series
From Epic.
From
Epic in Colorado, right?
Epic's in Colorado, isn't it, Candice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Epic is awesome.
So this is Big Bad Baptist Imperial Stout. This is stout with cocoa nibs and coffee added and aged in whiskey barrels. So this is whiskey instead of bourbon.
That's what I taste.
And
the
this
whiskey
is,
again.
Wow, this is 11.3 ABV.
Yeah, man.
11.3. This is what put hair in your chest, whether you want it or not.
All right, give me the bottle.
Well, this Temptress Milk Stout was a nice break from the regular sweetness. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of just straight stout, milk stout, and that's good. It's a welcoming, different change from all the sweetness.
You know what? This is I can definitely taste the cocoa nibs, which if you ever had cocoa nibs is really quite different texturally and kind of taste wise as opposed to like chocolate. So cocoa is usually actually a bitterness to it, but it's not a bad bitterness. It's just not the sweet that most Americans know. They're like, oh, I like that milk chocolate where it's, it's only like 40% cocoa to it. Cocoa nibs is 100% cocoa. And I know Rob and I switched over to high amount of cocoa for our chocolate nowadays instead of just going low. I'm around 70, 80% cocoa. I don't know where Rob's at, but he's got his old man glasses on, so he's going to be pulling the Krampus probably. So this is pretty good.
It's growing on me.
It is growing on me like a moss or a fungus or something, but I mean, it's pretty good.
And then we've tasted so many. It's like when you go wine tasting. Like by the time you hit the fourth winery,
that's a good point.
It's all wine.
And I know you're going fourth winery, and that's just like before lunch.
You don't know Rob.
Yeah, and you don't know Rob. That's just like a lunch break, and then you're like, all right, I'll hit the other 4 or 5 on the way back.
And that's me when I'm working.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
so,
he's on the phone. He's like, yeah, I'm here on the phone. I'm good. So that brings up a good question while Rob and I are pounding down this really good beer. So Candice and then Jesse, what would you do to help cleanse the palate, so to speak, when as we're drinking a lot of beers right here and we're trying to keep them separate. So what is a good tip for people out there who want to do their own panel to what you can do to try to keep the beer separate, especially when we're doing like peanut butter and stuff like that? A lot of them will blend together. So what do you do? I know we're not really doing it here because we haven't, but I mean, but Candice, you start. What would you do?
So actually, if you smell coffee beans, that's a really good indicator because it goes through the nasal canal that also attaches to your taste buds. So that's something that you can always do before to make sure that everything is spaced out correctly. Also, taking a little slab of ginger and then letting it soak with water. That's another way to really clear the palate.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's why they put that ginger, pickled ginger with the sushi, right?
Yeah.
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 But if you get like straight ginger and like if you bring it to your like with a brewery and then you like take the ginger and then drink the water, then you don't have that like after sweet taste. Like it just will clear your palate. It like drains out your nose, and kind of the same thing with the coffee bean. It just makes it like your panel's like super clean and fair, and then you can like taste everything. So
Nice.
That sounds good.
So I don't know a whole lot about palate cleansing and stuff like that, but I think what I wanted to do originally was have a Modelo with the lime in between every one of these. Modelo's my go-to beer when I don't feel like getting all,
Fancy.
fancy. Yeah, I'll go with Modelo because it's like 4% ABV.
Yeah.
It's kind of like drinking a soda, but it tastes pretty good with the lime. And sometimes you can dress it up with chamoy and tahini on the ends, and that's usually what I do.
When you let your beard down, when
I let my beard down, when it's not all tied up, and But yeah,
you look like a
that's what I
brewer
like
with that beard, by the way.
Yeah.
If you look at if you go to any brewery, you're gonna find, where's the brewer? He's gonna have that beard that you have. Right
Oh yeah. I call this my veteran beard. I started growing a beard as soon as I got out of the Army, and I was just like, I've been shaving since high school because I played football, been shaving after that for work, and then shaving in the Army. I haven't had a razor to my face in I want to say 6 years, and I'm completely okay with it.
I just don't want all that white. I don't want people to be like, look, there's Cholo Santa.
Yeah.
I don't want.
Do it. Come on, you got to embrace that Trevino side.
I know.
Man.
Well, dude, I'm not letting it. I'm not dyeing it, and neither is him. But he just happens to have that good hair. Black.
I always tell people about age. I'm like, if you look at the hands and you look at the eyes, you can kind of tell like how old someone is. Like like I don't want to say like when men look at women, but a lot of times it's like look at the eyes, look at the hands, and you're like, okay, she's not 25. She's a little bit older than that. So for me, my eyes, like in the last 3 years, bags under the popped out, and I'm like, what is going on? It's my kids are driving me to this, by the way.
I'm sure.
But luckily, my hair is still dark.
I still have beautiful skin.
At least I don't have any gray hair. Yeah, I have some, but not much.
Well, I have the white hair, but I have the beautiful skin. The skin of a 20-year-old.
But that's smoke and mirrors, man, because I can see it right here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Man, I can see it right here.
You're hiding it with your glasses, man.
Wait, look. Oh, okay. Now you can't see the bags under my eyes.
Yeah, see?
So, yeah.
We're like 15 to 17 years old. That's how
definitely. That's what I saw.
Drink it.
I'm not like now I go
okay.
And they like tell me the ID, I'm gonna be like, I heard from my friend Rob. Look at my eyes. Look at my hands.
Yeah, just
exactly.
That's right.
Just like that there. Can't you tell?
It's sad to say, but it's true. Because I say it of myself as well. I'm like, no, man, I'm not 30 anymore.
Just like a quick look of his hands, and you see them. They're all like.
No,
well,
I got my baby
like
girl
that,
coming. Once that hits, I won't look 34 anymore either.
The old man, the preacher, and his fingers were all.
I don't remember that.
Anyway, we're definitely dating ourselves
you're
here.
older than me. So.
Whatever, dude. Look us up.
Do you want me to promote any of the beers that are not stouts that I have in front of me?
Sure.
Do that while he's figuring out how to open this.
While I'm trying to figure out how to open this one, go ahead.
Okay, so this is called Pop Tarts.
Oh,
what? No. Or
Hop Tarts? Yeah, you
know.
Hop Tarts.
It's a Devout Brewery. It's a wild berry double IPA, and it's 8%. I had it last night. It is so good. It literally Pop Tarts. The next one, I really want to promote this one.
Oh my god.
So it tastes literally, so strawberry and grape. It's a sour ale. It's only 5.5. Holy crap. So my husband and me both had this, and we were like, it tastes like you're drinking Nerds.
I'm about to say it looks like a box of Nerds.
Yeah, but I don't want to drink Nerds. I don't want to drink Nerds.
I love sours. So yeah, this was excellent. So if you're a sour person and if you're nostalgic with your Nerds, oh my gosh, if you can find this Dew Claw beer, it's amazing. And then Apache Mode, which is actually a peach ale, and it's actually made here in Fort Mill. And so it's Amore Arches, And so it's I think
La
Italian.
Peche. What a
And
peach, huh? Is that like pizza? Is that like pizza, Jesse? That's what I'm saying.
No, I think it's a play on Depeche Mode, isn't it?
La Peche.
yes, but everything that
Impressive.
Impressive, Jesse.
Because
Pulling the
neither,
80s.
neither Hav nor I figured that one
Yes.
out.
Oh yeah, come on, man. Yeah, look at that.
So,
Again, look at the
You
hands.
want-
I don't remember shit. Look at the hands. Look at the hands.
But yeah, no, so everything that they spell, so they try to make it, I believe, if I remember correctly, I thought he said Latin or French, I don't remember. But like that's what anything that they have that play on words is from that.
Yeah.
So if you want to like help out like Fort Mill, South Carolina Brewing Company, support them. If you see them at the liquor store, grab them. They're amazing.
I think Rob and I'm speaking on behalf of both of us, we spread ourselves pretty thin as far as trying to help out as many breweries as we can. There's
actually, although we haven't been to breweries in a little bit since the COVID hit.
By the way, we're probably going to try to hit one over the next couple of weeks. I think
when COVID is hitting evereverwer, we're going to
high
go to
COVID.
breweries. So
that's let me go. When
we're looking for one called La Rona Brewery. That's what we want.
So this is one of the ones I took off of my selection of beers, but there's a reason for it.
Okay.
So this is the
yeah.
down to
chocolate sombrero. I've had that
Mexican chocolate, the chocolate sombrero. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
But
good.
That grabbed my attention right away. But
know why?
Well, so I have a couple videos on my Facebook,
which are great, Candice. If you haven't seen them, and people out there in the audience, if you haven't seen them, go and check out Jesse's videos. They're fantastic.
I saw his baby announcement being Batman, and we're such big comic book people. So
nice, yeah. So am I, and yeah. So I played on that. The whole idea came because of the Batman Forever series when he's dressing up and it shows his butt for some weird reason, which is why I did the same thing. But anyways, speaking on that, because I make these videos, before I even opened it up, I sat in my office and I noticed that I have a luchador mask.
Yeah.
You noticed?
So I have to make that video. That video is coming out soon.
Now, how cluttered is your office?
Like you noticed it? You didn't know it was there already?
Like, yeah,
I mean, I knew it was there. I just forgot because, yes, my office is pretty cluttered. I'm not going to lie to you. I got comic books. I've got a stuffed alligator, sports stuff, guitars.
That's another reason why we all think you're a brewer. You got all the paraphernalia that you need to be a brewer.
Right there. That's Jack Skellington.
Heck yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Do you see?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
So then, because we're getting into it, I'm just going to turn the camera just a wee bit.
Good.
Oh, look at that.
And Joker, Captain America.
Do you own the boys graphic novels?
Yes, I do. It's right here next to me.
Heck yeah, man. That's what I'm talking
about. That's his Bible right there.
Yeah. Oh, well, this is the one I've been harping on for a while. I mean, not to get off of beer, but while we're at it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bond number 1.
Oh, dude, Bond number 1. That's good.
Bond number 1. Yeah. Okay, off of that. But yeah.
So
I'll be making that video on the Mexican chocolate beer. Probably come out today or tomorrow.
Yes.
Cool.
Rob is old. He's not a comic book guy. All right, last one we're gonna show.
Did we rate this one?
No, we didn't. We're gonna rate Big Bad Baptist Imperial Stout. Go ahead, Rob.
7.3.
7.3. What a Krampus.
Again, because both of these are barrel aged, and I'm tasting whiskey barrel. I'm tasting whiskey more than anything else.
But
I'm gonna be.
That's my problem. And it's not a bad flavor, but if I want a stout, I don't want to taste whiskey.
All right. I hear you. I'm gonna be less of a Krampus. I'm gonna go 7.9. 7.9.
Okay, now we gotta do the
again because you can dance to it, but the beat's a little, I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
I hope after COVID times, I want to go out with you guys and go beer tasting because I feel like I love notes. Like if I'm going to get the alcohol, I want my bourbon, I want my whiskey, I want all of that to be first. And then I want my stout to settle out my palate versus having a stout first and then it burns in the back because I'm like, why didn't I just take a shot? You know what I mean?
I think we can be like beer bullies where we can like go somewhere like Boutique or something, start drinking. And then when we see people having something like 5.0 or 6.0 ABV, we're like, oh, God, really?
Boo.
Like, tip it over and spill it and be like, no, that's crap. You got to drink the good stuff.
So yes, please come and visit.
Yes, please come and visit.
We bring your husband.
We'll bring down Jesse. We'll bring down whoever. We'll bring down
There's
everyone.
so many places to go. Even the Whole Foods here has 45 beers on tap.
Yeah.
I used to go work remotely from there every Friday before COVID hit. Because they had 45 beers on tap, and I would always like, hey, recommend me something, and I would have.
I think he made
beers.
Employee of the Month twice.
That's
how
I don't
long
even work there.
That's how
No.
bad he was there. They were like, Robert!
What's up?
I moved here. The first thing I told everybody, I was like, I'm not going to Harris Teeter. I want real beer. Where do I go?
Wow.
And so you have to go to Frugal McDougal. And I went, Frugal McDougal? Like, that sounds awful. And I went in and I was like, Frugal McDougal is the best place ever. It's like better than wine, the Total Wine and everything. Like, that's how I found my and everything. So yeah, they're tacky. It smells like your grandma's like closet. It has malt.
Oh man.
Damn here. I'm so proud of that.
I thought I thought you were gonna say it's a miniature golf course.
We did go to the miniature golf course, which, by the way, so Javier, have you told them that I'm sending you beer?
No, I haven't, because I wanted to keep that beer to myself. Thank you very much.
Boy.
You didn't want me to know.
So if you want it, I'm getting through Beer Drop, and it's all Colorado brews. And it was something interesting. Only one of them I've had. The other ones I haven't. So I think you need to head to his house and drink the beer when it comes.
Yeah, I'll go there for a workout.
Colorado. What is Beer Drop?
So Beer Drop is an amazing, so it's beerdrop.com. So it's awesome. You can get beer points and all that kind of stuff. And so what they do is they have a beer package that they send you every month. And then they tell you what beer they put into it. And then you can like add different kind of beers that you want, or you can ex-nate the beers, or you can flip it out. So it kind of
just lit up.
yeah. So it's I think they send you 8 beers. It's like $42. It comes to your door. It's awesome. So I always get like a bunch of the breweries from Loveland, like High Hops and what was it, Verboten, and all of them that I love, and Grimm Brothers, they come to my door now. So now I actually get to have like all my Colorado breweries.
Yeah, nice.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Really nice, and sent me and my mom beer during this move that was like a piece of crap move. And so then I sent him Beer Drop. So I actually picked out beers specifically for him to try out from Colorado.
Nice. I think when we do Drunken History, we'll have to get your mom on.
For sure.
I agree 100%.
Now, Jonathan probably has a liver that's the size of his body, so he probably can't ever get drunk because he's just so used to it. But we want a little Drunken History in there. So, by the way, this is Big Bad Baptist. This is their double chocolate, double peanut butter cup.
Double whiskey tasting. So I taste nothing else but the whiskey. Sorry.
Oh, snap. Krampus. Krampus has shown himself once again. Krampus.
7.5 if he's lucky.
Wow.
I'm going to give these both a 7.
You know what? I have to agree with him. There's a lot of whiskey on there. I don't taste any chocolate. I don't taste any peanut butter cup.
Nope.
And by the way, before I gave it up, I love peanut butter cups.
Me too.
Love them. But the thing is, I don't taste it. I don't taste anything. I taste the barrel. It's like
whiskey.
It's like sucking on the wood from the barrel. It's not. You know what? And I'm okay. I'm okay, Candice. I'm not like him. I'm okay with stuff that's been aged in whiskey or bourbon barrels. I'm okay with it. But
no, you want the peanut butter. That's why, like, no, if anything,
exactly.
I just of how I'm going to send you the Richmond, Virginia company of that Mother's Choosy porter I was telling you about, because like I said, that is the most peanut butter beer I've ever had in my life. It is amazing. Because have you guys had Screwball whiskey yet?
No.
We should do a whiskey panel. But like, okay, so,
podcast, I'm down for it.
Oh, Jesse's a whiskey guy. We did an actual podcast with just Jesse and I doing whiskey
one time.
Yeah,
we'll do a whiskey panel. Even though Krampus over here is not a big fan of whiskey, like straight up.
Well, I'm at the say right now, we can't get crazy on the whiskey panel and have like 8 different whiskeys and stick to like.
Oh man, we got to narrow it down. We don't want to get too crazy on the whiskey, because then you'll be like, I would just. And then we're like, okay, that's not good.
Yeah, no, can't, not with those heavy-handed pours.
We're going to Candice pour. I wouldn't be able to make it upstairs to my bedroom. I'd be ridiculous. All right, so did we rate this? Did we rate this? We didn't rate this. Go ahead.
You didn't rate it.
Yeah, double peanut butter.
Oh, I didn't rate it.
I gave them both 7s. I said
he gave them both 7s because
they're all whiskey.
I'm gonna have to go 6.9. I'm gonna pull a Krampus.
Oh, I was waiting for that.
Ooh.
It's okay, but it's not.
Like I don't.
There's
taste
no
the peanut butter
chocolate.
that-
I don't taste the peanut butter, much less the double. So I mean, I don't know what they're doubling. They're
Yeah, I'm
doubling
gonna go
from
get
like
the
0.
Yeti peanut butter, and that's mine. for
Oh, the
night.
Yeti. I think we're gonna
Yeah, it's
kill
all
that
mine.
Yeti.
No, he's not gonna have it. It's mine for
Oh.
night.
It's fine.
We're gonna have it a Yeti.
Yeah, because I bet you any money, this is what happened, and I hear about this from a lot of brewers from different like areas.
Yeah.
Is what they do that peanut butter protein, and that's what they put.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then what if they put the chocolate and all those kind of things, it just overkills. So if you think about the barrel, if you put the barrel in and if they put the peanut butter last, it's probably going to be minute because it's been aging for so long. So yeah, unless they're trying to do something different, whatever that one brewer, like I said, when I talked to the owner, like he told me it took him like 5 years to make that choosy mom, but he was like, I wanted you to eat a spoon of peanut butter and then drink a beer. And he was like, that's how I captured it. And he would never tell us how he did it, but it never tasted like anybody else's.
Well, I'm waiting for Jif, Skippy, Peter
Right.
Pan, somebody to
Reese-
get in on it.
the Reese's
Well,
Cup
I'll just tell you,
Stout.
I love
Full
it.
house and like
I
Reese's
love Big Bad Baptist, but between the two of these, I don't taste that much difference.
I don't taste
I
much
really
difference
don't.
either.
I taste whiskey in both of them.
I'm calling shit shenanigans on these two.
So
I'll drink
I'm
them.
wondering if we take Candice's approach of mixing beers, if you take the chocolatiest of chocolate stout, take
Yeah.
your peanut butter Yeti, and you mix that together, will you get something you're
Yeah.
trying to pick?
Don't
Mix
touch
I mean,
it.
yeah,
peanut butter
pick,
Yeti.
but I mean,
Don't
you
touch
might,
the-
you
Yeah.
know,
actually, the peanut butter Yeti with the Luigi chocolate milk stout.
there you
I
go.
don't know.
Vodka
I don't know.
tasting.
Give it a shot.
I think that leads to a horrible Friday morning of us going,
I mean,
just
there's only
kind
one
of
way to find out. Take a
worshiping
chance,
the
Columbus
fortune
did. Come
god.
on.
No, not I.
So I just did the maple and I just did the chili.
I was
And
gonna say that.
Yeah, once again, a heavy-handed pour by Candice Coleman. Very
I can't-
heavy-handed.
Dice pour. Yes. It's a signature
Great.
pour. If
How
you're
was it?
Rich, this is kind of the pour that you always serve. I love that you're shouting out to my Krampus. So
Yeah, exactly. I want to give a shout out to Krampus. Thanks for coming by, Krampus. Oh, he probably
Well,
had
how'd
to
it come
take
out? How'd it come out there, Candice, with the sweet and
Yeah,
spicy?
we need to go out there. We need to pull a Smokey and the Bandit and just go up there with some Texas brews.
Oh my God.
I guess Krampus or Robert is done as he's already starting to grab his
Grab the
little-
Yeti.
He's grabbing the
Yeah.
Yeti and the Luigi, and he's
So
gonna
I'm
start
try
mixing it.
The peanut butter milk chocolate.
Yeah, if you guys ever want like really cool beer cocktails, that's something that I definitely have mastered. So like when I have people come over, if they don't like a single beer that I make, that's why I do heavy hand pours because I always know if I don't like whatever I'm drinking, I can
That's not why you do a heavy hand pour, Candice. We
Well,
know
yeah.
why. We know why.
handle it. So
Don't
and
be jealous that she can handle it, though. You know.
Yeah, exactly. But that's not why. It's like, well, I just try to help people out. No, that's not why. That's not why.
Do it because it's amazing. I would never would have thought to do that. Thank you for telling me about that.
you're
Yes,
very
thank
welcome.
you for that. I would have never thought about it either. I kill it off and then I just start on the next beer. Now,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would do the same. I would suffer through it if I didn't like it, and then get something else.
Well, just
But
like
that
that.
makes way more sense.
Spit
That's a
buckets
horrible
because
pickle
spit
beer
buckets
that you
are the time. Like it's one of those you pee for the beer. Why would I throw the beer away if I'm gonna make it into something else? And like I said, go to breweries and do the same thing. So if you see something like they have like a strawberry and a peach beer, and you're like, wow, that like sounds really good, but
Yeah.
I don't do be
I-
half and
I-
half or like
Except for the
Yeah.
except for the pumpkin beer, I don't think I've ever actually really thrown a beer away.
yeah, no, I don't
Yeah.
like it's
Well,
together.
I did once. There was a habanero beer that I had. I can't remember.
You had
Oh,
one too?
But it was.
I had one
Ooh.
too. That was terrible.
Yeah, it just there was no beer. It was just straight hot, and I
Yeah.
couldn't do
It
it.
might have been the same one.
Might have been the same one.
Did it have like a lionfish on the front of the bottle or something like that? Mine had a lion. I don't remember.
I don't remember, but it was
like our third or
it was
fourth beer, I
pure.
think,
It was
right?
pure hotness, and it was like our third beer of the night. We had like
Yeah.
a 12 and a 12, and then this one was like an 8 or something like that. And it really just tasted like we were sucking on a chili pepper.
Yeah, I just couldn't do it. Yeah.
And we were like, no, this is not going to happen. All right. So, final thoughts from Candice before we go on the beer panel, and then your top 2 selections on what we should do next time. Candice, go for it.
So my top one would obviously be this awesome candy cane Imperial Stout by the Patriarchy, being a
Okay.
woman. I that.
Yeah.
And it was good. It's amazing. It literally tastes like Christmas. I didn't have to mix it with anything. If I did have to mix it with something, what would be really good with it is like kind of a chocolate stout or like a chocolate milk lactose stout.
Yeah.
I would do is probably do like a quarter of the weight up and then this much. So like 3/4 up. So fun. Top it with candy cane. Very fun. And then the other one I would probably show, I know was not a part of the stout panel, but this sour
Nerds.
made
Oh my
Do
God.
it, nerds.
I knew you were going to go there.
nerds. Um anyway, this was so good, and it was something nostalgic, and it was something that I just feel like I've never tasted a beer as amazing as this, and I've been to a ton of breweries and I've drank a ton
Wow.
of beer. This is just phenomenal, so please check this out if you can. Support Duclaw, they're awesome. Yeah, so take it away.
Okay.
Oh, and you mixing beers.
Here's the mixing beers. All right, Jesse, final thoughts.
So my top pick for tonight was probably the Temptress salted caramel. I really
was-
enjoyed that one. Really good. I would get a 6-pack of that in a heartbeat. My ideas for your panel. So much talk about the peanut butter stouts. I think a peanut butter panel would be
Yes.
great. I think that would be amazing. And then
Yes.
if you wanted to do a chocolate on top of that or another time, and then you
Sure.
could mix the two like I was talking about. And then of course the whiskey. I'm always going to go with whiskey. Like,
What
yeah.
about sour? Do you guys not drink sours?
I
He
don't really
does.
like sours.
I'm not a
The
big fan
dog-
of sours either.
I don't.
Have you
say
ever
I'm-
had the Dogfish Head
I'm not a
sour or sea quench? I think it was called.
Hell yeah, man.
That's
Yep.
one of the only sour ones that I've had that I've really enjoyed. So-
Jester
thank you
King,
for-
Jester King Brewery here in right on the outskirts of Austin does a lot of sour beers.
And there's another one called Blue Owl.
Yeah, Blue
Blue
Owl
Owl
does a
in
lot. I've done a
downtown
couple.
Austin.
I've done a couple of reviews for Blue Owl and for Jester King, and they have a lot of sours. I'm not a big fan of them, but I'm not.
either.
I'm not a big like. I wouldn't buy a 6-pack or even a 4-pack from them. I might have one beer with that sour. And
Maybe you
Jester
would-
King is actually pretty good. Yeah. That's nerds.
Try that.
That's
I want
nerds.
to try that.
Yeah, we can.
I've had
sour-
nerds before where I just put them in my mouth and I suck on them, and it's probably going to be the same thing. So, but that's good. We'll talk about after the thing. Final thoughts from Krampus here.
Yeti peanut butter stout. That was the best.
That is
The best I had. It's
He is
awesome.
not gonna go
Yeah.
away from that. Final thoughts. I want to thank everybody, Candice and Jesse, for making it once again. We will have another panel for my audience out there. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the beer. I hope people that are out there that would like to have a difference of opinion maybe and say that maybe some of the stuff that we said was 5 was better. You know what? Bring it to me. Put it on my YouTube channel, put the comment on there, and I'm sure one of us will respond and go, no, it really was garbage. And so, so we want to be shout out again for everybody making it. Please stay on the line. We're gonna cut the recording here in a second. So I'm gonna send it back to Podcast Hub, and once again, we got another panel in the books. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Good seeing you guys.
Bye.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Cheers.
congratulations, Jesse. There's a bun in the oven, and it's not just
Hey, thanks.
Jesse's bun.
I'm having a baby
There.
girl.
There.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Okay, so let me stop recording. So there you have it, everyone. The 2020 Stout Tasting Panel. So I want to again thank everyone, Jesse and Robert and Candice, for making it on this past Thursday, the 10th. For having the panel. I know it was a little long, but we were really enjoying it, so I hope everyone gets a chance to at least watch half, if not more of it. I really think it would be great to have everyone watch it. I know locally here, April, maybe we'll try to get your husband on one time, and I think it would be great to try to get some of Candice's mom and her stepfather on as well. I think that would be great. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you've been enjoying my episodes of Javier in the Air. I have a little bit of everything. Please feel free to leave me a comment in the on my YouTube channel. You can find my YouTube channel by either clicking on the link or searching in YouTube for Javier in the Air. This is episode 28. I believe I will have at least one more podcast before the end of the year, and then I'm looking forward to getting some more feedback from people about how I'm gonna move forward with this podcast starting in 2021. Hopefully we're turning the corner on COVID, and we can start going more on the road and going out to breweries and stuff like that, and having a little bit more interaction out there. In fact, I know we will have at least one more podcast because I will be doing another special edition having to do with the Alamo Draft House. So I hope everyone enjoyed it, and please, if you haven't, please join my YouTube channel, and I will see everybody again next week. Thanks.